want to recap. The last time we left our douchebags, that wasn't Intrepid Heroes. Um, they were dealing with the aftermath of the police investigation and Titus being in jail. And a guardian angel came to him named Tony. Tony explained some of the basics of being a vampire. Hey, you all don't have the same sire because you're all different clans. You're all different types of vampire. Hey, the prince rules this city, and he doesn't like unknowns in his city. They talked about the masquerade a little bit, which was, hey, humans outnumber us quite a bit. Blend the fuck in. As long as they don't know we exist, they're not all hunting us. About the different types or different factions, the Camarilla, the Independents, and the Sabbat. And then Ronan and Colton realize, oh fuck, we bit someone and just left them there. So you guys tried to go off and tie up that loose end, and I think you killed both of them, if I'm correct. Sage shot one in the back with the gun that made a loud boom.
I think it was implied the other one was dead from having too much blood sucked.
Oh, you're right, because you took a bite, didn't you? No, who took the other bite?
I did not.
Sage
No.
did. Sage finished them off.
Sage did.
So Sage killed both of them. So when the investigation happens, remember that. Sage killed both of them.
I know how we're going to get Titus out of jail.
We're going to have an inside person. Sage.
Yay!
We want you to swallow this file and go find Titus. Okay.
Just tell her to take the gun. She'll take care of the rest.
And honestly, Tony basically said, hey, you guys are practically immortal. If you don't do anything stupid, you can survive a long time.
We're not very good at that.
I've noticed.
The collective intelligence of the group is lacking.
Basically said we still want to break out
Titus.
Yeah.
And you kind of got his attention with that. Tony's attention. He kind of interested. He says, give him a few days to gather some information and meet in 2 days at the Wink and Tickle. It's kind of his territory. And he leaves.
All right. And but by a few days, specificity helps.
2 days.
2. Okay. All right.
So you have 2 days.
So, if I remember correctly, Colton went home.
Yeah.
Okay.
As did I, and Sage went to the farm. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot about that part. Correct. So Sage drove some of you guys home. And tell you what, Ronan, Colton, could you flip or pick it in between 1 and 10 for me?
Or
Colton's number is
well done.
Ronan. Do you want to roll as well?
Oh, sure.
Ronan, if you would be so kind, meet me in RPG side room 1.
Okay.
So Ronan,
Hello.
as you turn to walk down your hallway to your apartment building, you see someone standing at your door. Actually, you see 2 people standing at your door. One is your sister. The other one is a middle-aged gentleman, rustled hair, not clean shaven, wearing a long brown coat, and he's talking to your sister.
Do I recognize him at all?
You do not recognize him.
I'm gonna immediately dash over there and call
Roll
out for
streetwise.
Streetwise, just by itself.
Wits and streetwise.
Wits and streetwise.
Yep.
Okay. Wits, wise. D10s. Remind me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do I even re-roll that, or is it just 0?
You got
I
a 10
got a
there.
1, but I got a 1.
This is 0. So it's not a bot. So yeah, you rush forward.
And I'm shouting for. I'm cheating real quick because I don't remember my sister's name.
Neither do I.
Why did I not? Where did I put it down? Oh, I put it in information. It's L, Melanie. So
Okay.
I'm L. Who is that? Who are you talking to?
She kind of winces a little bit. And the guy turns towards you and reaches into his pocket. He pulls out a badge. Ah, Mr. Ronan, correct?
Yes, and you are?
My name is William Brandt, Detective William Brandt. How are you doing this evening? I've actually come to ask you a few questions, if you'd be so kind. And he just kind of has the badge showing. And
You
if
come-
you look over in your handouts, you should see a picture of him.
And my handouts.
It's under journal.
Yeah, I almost clicked on fuckface. That's probably not the right one.
No. Detective William Brandt.
Well, I appreciate that you have some questions for me, but now is not really a good time. As you can see, I'm already running late. I was supposed to meet my sister a while ago, but my car broke down.
I promise it won't take long at all. So if you'd give...
No, I don't have the time.
He kind of smiles. I do insist.
Well, unfortunately, I will need to place a call then, as I do not have a great history with other officers. Nothing against yourself, of course. But I'm not going to talk to you without a lawyer present, since I don't know why you're here.
Well, of course. Now give me 1 second. Buddy. Shark Dash. Go, buddy. And he goes, a lawyer. Okay. No problem. Do we know a lawyer that could be up this late?
No, I don't. So, unless you are here with some warrant of some sort, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to set up another time that we can talk.
Sure. Tomorrow morning? To answer
Fortunately-
some questions would be very nice. I really can't wait. Tomorrow morning be okay for you? Is that a better time?
Unfortunately, no, it's not. I will be at work tomorrow morning.
Ah, okay. And you work at, and he takes out a little notebook
Mm-hmm.
and kind of flips through his pages.
No, you missed the part where I'm not answering other questions without my lawyer here. Unfortunately, you have no need for that information
Ah,
without some sort of a warrant.
Ah.
So, if you'd be so kind, and I turn to L, come on inside.
he just kind of nods and lets you by. He gives you a small grin as you walk by.
I do have a question out of character.
Okay.
I was doing a little bit of reading on my disciplines, and I don't know if I should have. I don't know if this is something that I should know yet. But for dominate the second rank, if I understood it correctly, I have the ability to alter people's memories to a small degree, or cause them to even forget certain things.
Correct. Sorry, my kids are being loud, so I muted. Correct.
No worries. Is that
You
something
haven't-
that
we've kind of hinted at that. So while you have all the details now, that's fine. I would have, if you would have asked, I would have told you that. That's fine.
Okay, because I'd like to, on my way in the door, I'd like to say if this will work how I think it will, triggering that effect.
I think you need more time though.
From what I understood, I just have to lock eyes with him and continue to lock eyes without any other interruptions, and he can't have any other suggestions already placed.
Okay, I'm bringing it up now. But
I
I believe you're right. So what we got?
Well, so on my way into the door, I'd like to say to him, and unless you come back with a warrant while locking eyes with him here, you can even forget about coming back.
So you're putting an emphasis on forget about coming back.
Correct. To where he forgets that he's even either been here or, again, just forgets that he's supposed to come back and meet me some other time.
Okay, take a look at domination real quick.
I don't remember
Mesmerize
what the rule.
Mesmerize is what it's called.
Okay. And that was rank 2, right? If I
Correct. And correct,
Okay.
free from distractions. Can it memorize single precise? Okay, so it's not false memories. Manipulation and leadership versus his willpower.
And this is why I was putting points into that this morning. I hope that's not
Oh, you're
considered metagaming or
Well,
anything.
the thing is, when you make your characters, you guys should have all known that. Like, you should know
Right.
like what you're buying or not. Like, I set this up for a little bit more new for to ease you guys in. You guys are fine. Go ahead.
Okay, so that's 2 successes and another 2 rerolls, but
Take a look at this.
do you want me to roll the 2 rerolls? Or actually, what was it if you had 4 in a rank? Wasn't that something different?
It depends. It's a specialty, but we don't have your specialty. Remember, we only wrote here.
No, I changed it. I
what
put
is your
persuasive in.
Okay.
At that night, I changed it to persuasive.
Okay. So basically, you rolled pretty fucking nice. For you guys, for that, since you have a specialty, I'm going to count it as 2 successes and a roll.
Okay, so that's already 3 successes and 2. No,
Oh,
4 successes and 2 rerolls.
yes. 5 because 7.
Oh, I missed the 6.
Okay.
So yeah, 5 successes and 2 rerolls.
Okay.
Do I need to reroll?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is only 1. So I'm going to give you those rerolls are just 2 more successes. So how many successes is that total? Is it the
7.
difficulty, or does it say difficulty, or just against their willpower? Difficulty.
don't-
Oh, here we go.
I was gonna say, I
Difficulty
don't have it pulled up.
is equal to the target's current willpower.
Oh boy.
His willpower is 9. Your difficulty is 9. But here's the
Well-
thing: you got those 10s.
Yes, the 10s.
Sorry, stream's talking.
Oh, you're okay.
But the 10s are above 9s, and you have that specialty in persuasion. Persuasive. I think I am going to limit your specialty
Okay.
in discipline rolls.
Okay.
Because no, that's really, really fucking powerful. I'm house rolling it.
Kind of thought so too.
I'm house rolling it as it is.
Okay,
But
that's
still,
fine. I
you
trust
still
your
got
judgment.
You still got 2 successes. You got 4 successes.
Okay.
So let's take a look here. How well it takes hold. At 3 or 4
Cool.
successes, the command is effective unless following it endangers the subject. So what exactly did you say?
Forget about coming back was the specific command.
Okay. You see him stop smiling for a second and walks off.
I just turn around and walk inside with Elle.
Okay.
Or Elle should have already been inside by that
Yeah.
point because I told her to go in first.
back to the regular room.
Elle, what are you doing here again?
She kind of shrugs. Mom was drunk.
Now's really not a good time. I have no idea why that guy was here. Did he tell you anything before I got there?
He just came looking for you when I was waiting at your door like usual.
How long were you there with him?
About 5-10 minutes.
What was he asking you?
Just if I knew this, if you lived here, which I said, I don't know. He asked who I was. I said, a high school student. You actually think I'd give him any information?
No, I was really hoping not. I appreciate that. You did really good. You hungry?
Always.
All right, come on. I got some frozen dinners over here. I'll just go make her one real quick.
Sounds good. Okay, let's go head back to the main room. I'm going to adjust my headset. So I'll see you over there.
Yep.
And for you, God Hand, all my games are Sunday because either most people are off Sundays or get off early on Sundays. But yeah, if you're ever off a Sunday, I can always use more players. We have 5 to 6 players in this game alone. And as you see, 3 showed up. So like I said, if you ever want to play a Sunday evening, this game's like 7 to 10. Please join.
Okay. He comes back.
Okay, yes. So,
Oh, hey, Billy.
did you try call? So, Ronnie, you went in, made some frozen dinners. I assume you're not eating.
No, no, I just made her one.
Okay.
And
And-
I'm assuming Randy has hidden himself somewhere since he's been gone forever.
Randy's not there.
Okay, fantastic. I don't even care at this point. Too much other
Brutal.
shit going on.
Okay.
Whoa. Yeah, that was a pretty good roll to make that dinner.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. It was a pretty impressive dinner, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. So, Colton, you go home. And truthfully, you go home no problem. The kids are asleep. On your door,
Right.
there is a note, like a little sticky note, down. It has or let's do it this way: a business card is taped to your door.
Okay.
Detective William Brandt, Denver Police Department.
All right. I definitely want to, any normal person, if they had done nothing wrong, they would see that and go, why would this be the case? So I would want to call Detective Brandt and ask him what's up.
Okay. So you call and you get the answering machine. Not even a voicemail. You get an answering machine.
Oh yeah, because that's the thing.
Yeah. Once again, early 90s is the time frame.
Oh yeah. So I tell him, on the answering machine, I give him my name and my number. Tell him that his card was left at my door, and he might not be answering because he's watching season 3 of The Next Generation.
Nice research.
And-
Nice research.
Yeah, and to give me a call back, and I feel oblivious as to what it is, but I would like to help him out, if I can.
Okay. So you do or do not have the ring? I don't believe you have it because you left it at home, right?
Well, if I'm back home, I've put on the ring as soon as I get in.
Okay, so you would have seen the business card on the front door.
Right. Yeah. Not really worried about the business card until I actually get in the door. And
That's fine. That works. Okay.
yeah.
So you call up
Put on-
voicemail.
Yep.
Okay. You do anything else? Like if you need blood, there's like little blood bags running around, I believe.
There's a couple of them. No, I definitely do not want to tap into that source.
Okay. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. Let's say about 3 o'clock in the morning.
This is normally when I'd be working, so I'm definitely not tired, and I would like to sleep during the day.
Anything major you want to do? If not, we just move on.
Yeah, Colton's still a little shaken, especially now that he's got the ring back on. He's gonna chill. He's still thinking back to how far he took it and the fact that he saw his dead fiance, or dead baby mama. You know,
Well, yeah.
all Suicide Squad style.
Okay. So next up, Sage. You drive a good
Yes,
half
sir.
an hour, 45 minutes out and go to your grandfather's ranch, correct? It was your grandfather's, wasn't it? Or did he leave it to you? I can't remember exactly how that was set up.
No, it was just a ranch that I came across.
Oh, you're going to go cow tipping?
No, I just ate a dude, man. No, I don't need to go
I
cow
just
tipping.
ate it, dude. I love how nonchalant. I just ate it, dude. I don't need a fucking steak right now. So it's a ranch. Be more specific. What ranch are we talking about?
It's a horse and cattle ranch.
Okay. Who's
The
this?
guy who, John Martin.
Who is John Martin?
We'll make him a conservation connection.
Good call, because you do have 2 in contacts. Okay. I'm
And it is not
looking
on-
at your character sheet. You're doing fine. I'm just trying to say you have 2 in contacts, and it was conservation department. So you're just going to show up at your temporary boss, occasional boss's ranch.
Which is not at all uncommon.
He's your temporary boss, but okay. So it's not uncommon for you to just show up at this guy's house late at night. Sage.
My horse is there. I go and work with the horse.
Work the whore. Got it.
What?
What?
You forgot an S.
You
Yeah.
would not break in a horse in the middle of the night. You would not normally ride a horse in the middle of the night, as someone else is saying.
No. But considering my character's background, it is not uncommon for my character to go there when she needs an escape.
So here's the thing. He is a contact, not an ally. Someone you can call information, an acquaintance. This person's a tad bit too much at the moment. But since it's the first time I heard of him from your backstory.
Yeah, okay.
So you can show up. You're more than welcome to show up. There is no problem with that.
Yeah, I just go hide in the barn with my rescue horse.
Okay, you hide in the barn with your rescue horse. And you're still kind of hungry, by the way.
Damn it.
I'm just saying, you have 4 blood points out of 11. 2 to 3, you would almost eat anything. You are hungry.
Even though I finished off the guy in the alley?
Basically, you didn't drink all the blood he had.
Mm-hmm.
And someone else already took a chunk of him also. You were munching, I don't want to say crackers because it was human blood and it was good. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
But, You get an appetizer.
Okay.
Like, 5 or 6 toasted raviolis.
Okay. Well, okay then.
I'm just saying, you don't have to feel. I'm just saying that you are hungry.
Uh-huh.
And there are people in the house. But anyway, so you just go to the barn.
Mm-hmm.
But now, GM, you're saying the barn full of horses? That's where
Yes.
she went into?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And cattle.
Yep.
Let's say there are 6 horses and let's do 2 of them. 17 cows.
Okay.
You saw
So
Ronan chase a cat.
chase
Yes,
that
you
pussy.
did.
Chase that pussy. So Sage,
Mm-hmm.
don't most stables are open air?
It depends. Because there
It's a
are...
barn more than a stable. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just throwing that in there, there would have to be at least some airflow if it's holding cattle due to the methane.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So did you pick up common sense, Sage?
That's a little
Oh.
rude.
Marriage and flaws.
I
You do not
agree.
have any marriage or flaws. Never mind. You may continue.
Huh?
You may continue, Sage.
Okay.
You gonna go there? Okay.
Yep.
You go in and this next be a good time for this. Give me 1 second to find it. The cows and horse are a little skittish to start with. And you kind of walk in, and some of the horses begin to kind of back away from you. You
Mhm.
startle them because they were asleep. And they start to make noise.
I decide to go up in the loft.
They're making noise. Someone can come.
Yeah.
Okay. So, one thing, I'm going to go ahead and kind of give this to you. Roll a manipulation and animal can for me. Total of 4.
Manipulation and what?
Animal can. First skill under abilities.
Huh.
Okay. You just looked right in the horse's eyes and it looked at yours. And it
Mhm.
relaxed. It calmed down. You can almost feel it relaxing.
I'm okay with that. I am totally cool with that ability.
Okay. And you go up to the loft.
Yeah.
Okay. And you go to sleep.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, time passes. It is now daytime. Colton, Ronan, what do you think the chances of the owner of the barn and their family going into the loft?
Unfortunately, probably fairly high if it's a working farm.
At like 1 a.m., probably.
Well, no,
About
not.
10, 11 a.m., 8 or 9 a.m.
Oh yeah, if it's a working farm, they're up
Yeah, there's
stupid early.
Yeah, there's stuff
Mhm.
up in that loft.
Okay. So, I'm going to need, let's start with a perception and alertness sage. Nada.
Damn.
So let's have some fun, guys. We have a John. His name was John Smith. That's his name? What's his name?
John Martin.
John Martin. Put that in your notes, by the way, on your character sheet. John Martin. That's you, Sage. Put that in your notes somewhere.
You
Background notes, I think, somewhere like that. Just make sure it's written down. John Martin. Does he have kids and a wife, you think, guys? It's a farm.
Usually farmers do,
Okay. So who should
depending on
find
his
him?
age.
That's probably if he's got a teenage boy. The teenage boy is the one getting the hay down.
Oh, okay. I'll go with teenage boy. Okay. Teenage boy. Sage, what is your appearance again? Primary. 2. Not that bad looking. I control your character sheet also, by the way, Sage.
yeah.
Whenever it moves by itself, it's the ghost.
The little man
So,
in the computer.
you have no idea he's there. Sage is okay looking. And this is a teenage boy finding a woman. How old are you again, Sage? In this? How old is Sage? How old is Sage?
Early 20s, early to mid 20s.
Early to mid 20s. Passed out in the loft. Once again, this is why you should, I asked if you had common sense. You could have literally walked, knocked on the door, and asked for help.
That is very true.
You're also a vampire, which means you're asleep all day long.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, do you think he goes and tells his paw?
Depends on the teenage boy. He might just be standing there and staring.
He is
Just
staying there.
dumb.
He is staying there staring.
Hey, get out of here, cat.
And I'm sorry, with that roll, when he gets close, you're startled, Sage. You jump on him and sink your fangs into him. Your roll sucked. You got no successes. You had no idea he was
Yeah.
there. And next thing you know, something is standing over you. You jump on him. You bite down on his neck. I'll give you 3 blood points to start with. I want you to roll your humanity. Your DC is 5.
Where is that at?
Humanity pass. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7, so roll 7.
7 D10s.
Yep, the DC is 5, so 5 and above. You need more than that.
Yeah.
Type / roll space 7d10. R / R will work as well.
Where?
In the chat.
In the chat.
Yeah, is where we type?
Yeah.
Type that without the quotation
Without the
marks.
quotations.
Mine or Colton both work.
Wrong button. Nope. There we go.
So guys, what is her kill count up to now?
It's 3?
Is it 3?
Well,
I thought it was
well,
just
this-
the 2 gangsters.
Well, yeah, this would be 3,
Oh.
but he's
Well-
not dead yet.
Oh, why I'm not dead yet.
Yay, there we go.
4
Yay.
successes. The blood is absolutely amazing. You were so hungry. Do you resist? You could yell if you stop. Do you tie this loose end up?
Mm. Huh?
Roleplay.
Once again, this is like a nice medium rare steak. Perfect seasoned. And you haven't eaten in days. But you know, you just jumped on him. If you stop now, what happens?
I think I'm kind of tired of taking care of bodies, so
You're getting good at it.
I'm gonna.
Oh, that's a
I'm
lie.
gonna
You're not
stop.
good at it at all.
No.
Now there's
No,
another
I want to
element
say
to
at
this.
least 3, because I blame all of you for the taxi driver.
She's good at causing bodies. She's not good at like taking care of them after the fact.
Right.
Hey, I
So-
got rid of the taxi driver.
Yeah, I said I'm
So-
giving her 3 kill deaths so far. So she's currently 1 death, 3 kills. Because I blame all of you for the taxi driver.
And
Really,
GM,
that's
remind me
fault.
what it does to the person being bitten. You know what that feels like for them.
Ecstasy. So this is
Yeah, this-
surprise, but sex.
So it's like this young teenage boy that she just jumps on him. And he goes, ah.
He relaxes, yeah. Now he screams at first as you bite down. So you jump on, he's struggling, and you bite, and he stops struggling.
So this is like the best action he's ever gotten in the loft.
That's probably the only action this farm kid's gotten.
I don't know. Did his cousins ever visit?
Does he have
Sisters
a
of-
sister? No, this is Alabama.
There you
This
did.
is Denver. And for all you know, he could have been touched by teachers or principal. He was homeschooled. Anyway,
Nice.
Sage. So once again, this you got to take 4 blood points. By the way, you're at 7 right now because it took you 1 to wake up.
So,
So to erase 1.
Jang.
Or
I
add,
just click
or
on
add
it?
3. Just click them 3 next squares.
Ah.
No, not bearing.
No.
Blood pool.
Nope, wrong one. Oops.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. Down here.
Got it.
Okay.
You are not saintly. Trust me. So, Sage, once again, what do you do with this loose end? John Martin's son at that.
Yeah.
Here's another thing. I hope you don't plan on escaping.
No. No, my plan was to just hide out at the farm for a couple of days.
Once again, you could have literally went and knocked on the door.
Yeah.
But at least you did figure out what your animalism discipline does.
Does that work on people? Can I use that on this dude?
It is a teenage boy.
So what do? You're still feeding. You haven't said you stopped feeding yet.
Yeah. Yes, I stopped.
Okay.
And I lick his neck so he stops bleeding. Because that's just
Hey,
We're learning.
Oh. So once again, we
a
must
great
describe what we are learning. I will give her that. Congratulations. And then we're giving away experience. Remember this point when we ask what you learned. Remember this. So once again, when a vampire bites someone, it's sexual ecstasy. Then you stopped and you licked his neck.
for the purpose of closing the wound.
Yes.
Of course.
Right,
Does
it's
he
nothing
know
sexual.
that?
Well, they forget this.
Well, she also needs
Do
him
they?
to. She
Do they
also
for-
needs
hold
him
on.
to maybe
Ronan,
not run
Do
off.
they forget
and,
this?
No, they don't. I lied.
Well, she
They
also
forget
needs
it
him to
in
not
my
run
case.
off and
I
tell
don't know
everybody.
about hers.
So it doesn't matter what he thinks or what he knows about the licking of the neck. Maybe maybe that's all it takes to enlist the help of a young teenage boy.
The young teenage boy grabs your ass. Sage. I was like that.
Slap him.
I do. I slapped that boy's ass so hard.
And he is confused and yelling at you.
Well, that's what he gets for scaring people when they're asleep.
Fuck. What the fuck? No! No! Who are you? What the? I gotta clean my pants. Who are you?
I help your dad out every once in a while.
Why are you
And then my work
here?
during your barn.
Why are you here? Why are you covered in blood? Is that my blood? He's feeling his neck. It's like, there's still blood there. There's no wound, but there's still blood. And he starts pale, backing away from you. You slapped some sense into him. Way to go.
Uh-huh.
And you awaken fetishes in this poor kid. You can have therapy for a while.
And that kid went from grabbing her ass to freaking out real quick.
He got slapped. He was confused, and he finally started putting shit together.
She slapped his ass back.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry,
what she
Sage. I
said.
misunderstood.
I was confused. I was like, damn, that kid just
Words.
can't handle the attention going back to him.
I'm sorry, Sage.
It
Is
broke
that what
him.
happened?
No, not at all.
Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you, Sage.
Oh, I thought you did say I slap his ass.
Well, no, she
Metaphorically.
meant like I slapped his ass. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
I misunderstood. I was super confused for that whole interaction.
I was like, oh, Ronan's like,
I thought she
okay,
was
we're
going
Poor guy
working
that's
with
crying
this
in
now.
cereal. He was the man.
Sorry, continue, please. I
Yeah.
did not mean to
So
interrupt.
Sage, he is yelling, confused, and he starts putting stuff together. Because at first, once again, you jumped on him, bit him. And he fought you off for a second, then it felt really, really good. So he got that idea. And he grabbed your ass after you licked him. And then you smacked him. And now he's like, wait, what the fuck? All the blood is now returning to his brain. And he's beginning to push away and scoot away from you. Scared and yelling. Because he knows you. Not someone's bit. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, he felt you bite in, but he doesn't feel any wound. So he is confused. It felt amazing to him, so he's really confused. And he's backing away. I love Colton just like, what are you going to do, Sage? Let's see you get out of this one.
That is a tempting idea. It's a very tempting idea.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah,
You know,
I am.
But if you did, and you managed to, run off in a nearby field or something like that.
Sunlight.
Yeah, it's daytime.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You're not the daywalker.
Nope, not at all.
Would you like a couple seconds to think about it? Because I need another Moscow Mule.
Go get the drink.
Yeah,
I'll
Run.
give you
Yeah.
a few seconds to think about this. Okay, where am I going?
What are you going to do?
I don't know.
So this is a little different from, like you said, you played a bunch of a couple of one shots of D&D, and it was mostly tactical. This person's here, that person's there. Which ability do you use? And this is more role playing centric.
Yes.
Being in character and all that.
Making the right choices to affect future actions.
It's also morphin time.
Can you morph?
Nope.
No, I just Billy's
I
Billy's,
figured since you already had
ringtone.
the animalism stuff, I didn't know if that was maybe like another vampire power.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
We haven't really tried any of that.
Well, have you looked at the powers that are on your sheet to see what they do in the book?
No.
That's how I've been figuring mine out. Is I looked into the book to see what it's supposed to do. That way, I know how to role play it and use it.
There's a book.
Yeah, there's a book in the Discord chat.
I did not realize that.
Uh-huh. It's a Drive file. Here, I'll see if I can't repost it.
So Sage, for your character, if you decided to
You see
get into
it?
some melee combat, I think you might find some things interesting. Especially if you got into some melee combat and you wanted to really murder something fast.
Mm-hmm.
You might.
The only
find
thing you'll
something
have to think
interesting.
about, though, is what happens after you
Yeah.
do that. How are you going to handle what's coming up next?
What was that?
Oh, nothing.
Well,
nothing.
So no, there is something that probably does affect things. Sage
What?
did not realize that we had access to the Vampire the Masquerade book. So she has no clue what her abilities do because she hasn't had a chance to look them up.
She's not supposed to look them up.
Oh, we're
Oh.
not.
No. I didn't yell at you too much because you've been experimenting with stuff. You had enough hints to figure yours out.
Gotcha.
This is the first time she actually got to use one of her abilities.
Okay. See,
So-
whenever we picked disciplines, I thought we were supposed to look at those to
No,
know
you were not.
what they did. Otherwise, how do we know which ones to pick?
I give you a brief description of each one
Gotcha.
a little
Alright.
bit later on.
So with my ability to calm the horses in the barn earlier that night, can that work on people too?
You can try.
Okay. What do I roll for that?
So what do you do? What are you trying to do? You basically looked the horses in the eye, and you just kind of felt them. You created a connection with them. You didn't so much go, "Hey, calm down," but you felt it. You felt the connection. You felt the warmth with them. Like you projected a warmth into them. They calmed down because they started to trust you.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do?
I try to calm him down.
Like, do you look at them?
Yes.
So what do you mean? I need more. What do you mean? Try to calm them down. What do you mean?
Try to calm him down enough so that I can try and spin a story that explains my reaction and why I'm there.
I gotta know. Do you say something to him? Do you motion towards him? How do you calm him down?
I make eye contact and calmly tell him that it's okay and he can calm down and just hold on for a second.
You do not get the same empathy feeling. So, manipulation and expression, DC 8.
I only have manipulation.
Roll it. He still really, really unsure. So what exactly did you say? Hold on for a second. What are we trying to do?
Try to get him to calm down enough that I can
What do you say?
try to...
Do you know what you say?
Yes. Just calm down. Hold on a minute. Let me explain.
So he's still backing up, but he's not yelling. He's waiting for you to say something that makes this right.
Yeah. I tell him I had a run-in at a gas station on the way home from hanging out with friends at the bar. And it really freaked me out. So I came to the barn to just get away and chill.
Charisma. You are hiding something. Subterfuge. DC
I'm trying to
8.
make that one.
He goes, there isn't a bar next to a gas station around here. What? I don't know you around here. He doesn't believe you.
Yeah.
You didn't introduce yourself. No offense, you didn't introduce yourself. You didn't say why this barn.
Yeah.
So he
So
starts backing up again. He is
Yeah.
near the edge of the loft. Too much farther, he's going to be in direct sunlight. So I'm assuming there's a nice open front end of the barn. That's open enough you can throw hay down.
Yeah.
He's scooting that way.
I tell him it's okay. I've worked for your dad. I have a horse boarding in your barn. I
He's
just
still
needed a
backing
quiet
up.
place to.
He is
Yeah.
almost at the sunlight. Your next action is it.
I tell him to go get his dad, and I'll talk to his dad.
He runs off with blood on his neck. And yeah, he goes to get his dad. So I assume you are kind of doing your best to stay in a corner,
Yes.
away from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's put a pin in that. Ronan, you don't have much to do at the moment, mainly because you're kind of settled in pretty nicely. Anything that you really want to do or need to do?
If anything, I would. I'm trying to think of how much blood I took from the herd yesterday.
Only 2
I
or
think
3.
I took. So if anything, I would call her back just to take another couple.
Okay, during the day or at night?
At night after I've sent Elle back home or to school or
Okay.
wherever she's going to go for the day. And we can
That's-
role play it if you need to.
I say you're pretty much settled in right now. You don't have too much to worry about. Holton, on the other hand. Let's start with this. It's about almost sunrise. What do you do? Don't you have to take your kids to school? You take them to school was your background.
Yeah. I usually take them to school. Would the sun be up by the time I've done that?
If you drop them off at school, how old are they again?
They are. Actually, I have that written.
They're elementary, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So my kids.
Yeah, they're
I
elementary.
got kicked out of the game. My kids' school starts at 9.
Oh yeah,
So-
sun's up.
Granted, I put them on the bus at 8 o'clock. But sun is still up then.
So we haven't really discussed whether or not a bus is available.
No, because you take them, was your exact words.
Yes. Yeah.
And you got away with it yesterday because they just didn't go to school.
Yeah. No school today, kids. Yay!
Okay.
And I'll need to call the school at some point during the day and let them know that, hey, the kids are sick and I don't want them, infecting anyone else and all that.
Okay.
So they don't get suspicious.
Okay. That's fine. So, it's early in the morning. They go to school. About 8 o'clock, you're extremely tired. Or do you try going back to bed? What do you do?
Yeah, I kind of tell the kids, the older one, let's see here, the older one, Valencia, I tell her to, hey, wake me up if anyone knocks at the door or if, anything like that. But Daddy's going to have his door locked. So you can't just barge in and surprise him. But, bang on the door if you need me. But other than that, you guys are cool to watch TV. And, do
So,
whatever.
as the kids walk away, you hear the oldest go, I think Daddy's drinking again. As they walk off.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, but better than the truth.
Okay.
So yeah. So shut
I
the
want
door.
I want a perception alertness.
Perception alertness. Do. Perception alertness.
You hear the phone ring. It sounds like that. If you didn't hear it.
Well, I mean, it's morphin time. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the phone.
Okay, so you answer the phone.
Now, it has one of those long twisty cords, right?
Of course. It's the 90s.
Awesome. So I dragged that long twisty cord back into my room, so I can talk, with some privacy.
Okay. Ah, Mr. Mathers, correct?
Yes, this is he.
Oh, great. I've been trying to get a hold of you for a few days. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well. Who is calling?
Oh, cool. Oh, actually, I need you in the RPG side room 1, please.
Oh, all right.
Goodbye.
Let's give you some music, guys. Back in a few. He goes, oh, of course. Where are my manners? My name is William Brandt, Detective William Brandt, for the Denver Police Department. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, Detective. I saw your card on my door. I hope you got my message. So I'm unsure of what you'd be asking about, but I'm definitely here to help.
Oh, absolutely great. So, what it really comes down to, well, welcome home. Your sister actually had you reported as missing 3 or 4 days ago. Today's what, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday. So, yeah. We actually had you as missing. It looks like, went missing Friday night. You walked to the bar, didn't you? Or you don't, because you don't have a car, right?
Yeah, I took like a taxi or something.
Yeah. We were able to track you at least at the bar, the Crossroads, and then you just kind of disappeared. Been looking for you. We contacted your sister. Your sister contacted us Monday, and said that you were home, and we're just kind of really trying to follow you up and see what was going on. Like, where you been? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm a creature of habit, Detective. I usually go out on the weekends, have some cold ones with the boys, and then go home. That night, I had a particularly awesome game of pool, and did some little celebration. I think I won a little money. And
oh yes. You hear some papers rustling. Yeah, you played pool with Lance and who is that? Who'd you play pool with? I know Lance.
Lance and there was this guy that was kind of just like playing pool. I didn't really catch his name. You know, the music's
okay.
loud,
Oh,
all
okay.
that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, but
just
yeah.
guy. He was wearing a t-shirt. You know, t-shirt guy in my head. That's his name.
Okay. So, yeah, okay. I'm gonna be upfront with you. I'm gonna be upfront. We did talk to Lance. We know there was a little altercation. And I know Lance is a fuckboy. Like, do you like pool? I mean, apparently you're really good at it.
You know, honestly, I don't really play all that often.
Oh.
It was mainly you know, actually Lance was the one who pointed me out. He's kind of a
Okay.
bully, you know, he's kind of a, you know, and you, why don't you join in on this? And, you know, I was up for seeing if I could beat him.
Oh, okay.
And because it was otherwise an uneventful night. So
And
I was
you hear writing. Oh, okay. Yeah, like, I personally had to interview him, and yeah, he fuckboy just comes to mind. You know it, right?
yeah.
So you beat him at pool, the little altercation. Are you okay, by the way? Like, we had to question him because we kind of thought he was involved at you disappearing for a couple days, but apparently you all got the better of him.
Yes. Yeah. No, I was
you do a lot of fighting?
unscathed.
You do a lot of fighting, sir?
No, detective. I am not. I do IT for a living. I sit down in a chair for many hours a day.
Oh,
I don't spend a lot of time fighting.
I don't think I could do that. Like I gotta be up and around, right? Like, I can't just sit behind my desk all day. I like going out and talking to people. I knocked on your door a few times. I couldn't get a hold of you, so I'm very happy you actually called me. And I'm actually surprised you called me at my desk. No, wait, you didn't. He thought for a second. I called you, didn't I?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do much during the day
Okay.
lately.
Well, yeah, you work overnight. That's what your sister said. And
Yeah.
so after the altercation at the bar, what happened? You didn't come home. Like, your sister was scared and called us.
Yeah. Yeah, me and T-shirt guy and I think maybe some others. It's all kind of a blur.
Some others.
I remember yeah, just I remember other people, but at this point, detective, I was honestly intoxicated and, you know, not really fully aware of my surroundings, you know.
You didn't drive, did you?
I
The
did
DM
not.
says as he's drinking more.
I took a taxi to the bar, and I'm guessing I took a taxi home. You know, that's my
Good.
normal.
Yeah.
But definitely out of the ordinary for me to show up so late. So not surprising that my sister, she's a worrywart, and she you know, definitely
Okay. Well, of course. I mean, you have the two kids. Like, you can't blame her for worrying. It's not like
No.
to stay out late at night. But that's just
No.
work so much.
I just apologize that the resources were taken away from actual people missing and actual crime and things like that to
Oh, crime.
you know.
Oh, yeah. Like, no, it's okay. Like, I have a few more cases, like a house fire, couple murders. Oh, did you hear about the taxi driver that was found at the bar?
At the Crossroads bar.
Yeah, where you go to drink at. Yeah. Did you hear about that
Oh
guy?
man, it must have happened after I left because I haven't heard of that.
Okay.
I would probably hear about it this coming Friday or Saturday whenever I go back.
Ah, okay. So that's okay. That's one night. But you didn't come home all the next day. You said you were drunk. Where'd you go? You tell the taxi driver, "Take me home," and just kind of go from there.
Yeah, it was you know, Colton at this point sort of out of character. Colton's thinking back to what his kids said, and so he's gonna go with that angle, and he says, well, detective, I kind of, you know, I've had some problems with alcohol in the past, so I just kind of I went on a bender, you know, so things are a little bit of a blur. I don't I don't believe I got in any trouble. I just, I'm content to when I get like that, I'm content to just sit in a space far away from people and drink my worries away.
So you just kind
And
of drank by yourself. So I guess that's when you went uptown with, um, Miss Sage and Mr. Oh my God, look, I'm not looking up Ronan's last name. Give me a second. Wagner. Looks like you went up out of town to help with a. So you drink out of town. I mean, obviously you went on a bender and you went with a Miss Sage, a Miss Wagner, and a Max. You know Max, right?
not that well, you know. Again, I don't know who Mr. Wagner is. Um, I remember Sage driving
Okay. So Sage drove.
at one point.
Okay.
Yes, I believe.
And was
You know, my memory's not the greatest.
Was Mr. Morrison there as well? Titus Morrison. You were all seen leaving. You were all seen leaving the bar the next night, and like they were missing as well. It was actually Miss Sage because she doesn't have a last name on her damn character sheet. 1 second. Sage, put a last name on your damn character sheet. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
I literally jumped over, yelled at her, put a name on her character sheet, and moved on. So Miss Sage, a Miss Sage, a Mr. Wagner, a Randy, and a Morrison. Mr. Morrison all went. Why is Google talking to me? Get lost to Google. All went missing at the same time from the same bar, and Miss says if I can put her name on it. Damn it, Miss Nellie, Sage Nellie, said you all went out of town to help Max move.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, Detective. If that's what they're saying we did, that's probably what we did. But I was probably the every time you move or you go to help build a back deck with your buddy, there's always one guy who just kind of stands by and drinks.
Yeah.
That was probably me.
The supervisor. That's what my daddy used to call.
Yes, I'm an exceptional supervisor, Detective, and I think I think the entire time I was probably just saying, hey guys, well, you're working too hard. Let's go over to the Wink and Tickle.
Okay. So, have you talked to any of them recently?
Following my bender, I needed a couple of days recovery, just for my mental, get myself back into the groove of not having that kind of problem. So sometimes it's best to stay away from the elements that, that are associated with that problem. Or so my therapist tells me.
Oh, you have a therapist. Okay. Yeah, I tried marriage therapy. It just... Oh.
Well, are you still married?
No, obviously therapy didn't work for me.
Oh.
I'm mostly married to my job. I had a partner recently too that's either near here or there.
So I'm sorry I can't be more of help, Detective. I'm not even sure legally if I could tell you what was going on, that I was of enough cognitive. I didn't have enough cognitive presence to even,
Okay. So, first off, buddy, stay in touch, please, and you gotta stop drinking.
I'm making that effort, Detective. I appreciate your concern.
Alcohol and everything else. But yeah, you gotta stop drinking, buddy. Okay. Do me a favor, just kind of stay in town. I may have some more questions for you.
Maybe I can help you, Detective. Is there anything specifically that you would, if I see something, if I hear something, would you like for me to call you about?
What can you tell me about Titus?
Not much.
Not much.
He's the bartender. I like the guy. He serves me drinks, and you know, I'm kind of realizing now that maybe he knows a lot more about me than I know about him. You
Oh.
know, but that's probably the bartender's life. You know.
So, you weren't with Titus on the east side of town that night.
I'm gonna say no.
So, FYI for you, it's around the burning building area, the burning house. So, when's the last time you actually seen Titus and Miss Pierce? Prince Pierce? Pierce. She actually put her last name on it finally.
Nice. Uh, probably that night. You know, I mean, that night lasted a while. You know, so went into the next day.
Oh, the endless nights. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
So you didn't see her last night at the bar.
You know, we did stop by there.
Okay.
We did stop by there
Well,
to you know, Titus wasn't there, which was odd. But yeah, I don't know what happened to him. But the other ones, you know, some other folks I did mention, or I did see Sage there.
okay, so
And
Sage can vouch for where you've been the entire time. Can anyone
not
else
the
vouch?
entire
Can anyone else vouch for you?
my kids, my well, I mean, not for the time when I was gone from them, but
I don't like bringing kids into stuff. Anyone else? Like, I don't, sir. Yes, I can ask your kids, but do you really want to bring them in?
no, I prefer not.
And
That's a good call.
it's one of those things. If we need to ask, like, we can. But on our side, like, they're young, right? They're in elementary school. And
Yeah. But they are my world.
And what school do they go to?
I tell him the name of the school.
Okay. Okay.
I can come up with one if you want.
No, I don't give a shit. You tell me the name of the school, good enough. Like, anyone else can like vouch for you in a couple days?
Not really. I lament being so unreliable in that manner. You know,
Okay.
that's
So
it's unlike me, but when I do fall back, it is what it is.
okay.
But I'm working through my problems, detective. So
please do, sir. Please do, Mr. Colton. Please do, like, for your kids. Like, do not make me knock on the door and tell them what happened.
yeah. No, I appreciate you not doing that. So is this about Titus? If I hear anything about Titus, would you like for me to call you?
Yes, please, if you'd be so kind.
I will do that, detective. Your card is going in this drawer, and I kind of open up a drawer and then close it again.
Okay. Titus,
And,
if you don't mind, yeah, just Titus.
Very
And,
well.
Well, I appreciate your time, Mr. Mathers. And once again, man, like, lay off the drinks. Lay off the drinking. You have the kids to look forward to. Like, come home to them.
Yep. Thank you, detective. I'm definitely going to do that. I'm you know, disappointed in myself, and hopefully that's enough to make a change.
Okay, Mr. Mathers, and enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, detective. And I hang up.
Head back over to the main room.
All right.
Okay. So, Rona, anything you want to do?
Just if I can gain whatever amount of blood points if she came when I called.
Okay, so that's gonna be in the evening. So we're gonna go jump back to Sage because Sage is still technically during the day. Okay.
Yep. I wasn't sure where we were.
Yeah. We'll get. Is there anything? You're probably just gonna sleep. You're. So
Yeah, that's
sleeping.
literally all I plan to do. So just let me know when it's night, and I'll add my blood points.
Okay. So, Sage, you wait a few minutes. What else do you do anything else?
No, I just pick a nice shady spot and hunker down and wait.
Okay.
Does Sage also have the obfuscate?
She does not.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all you do. Okay. So eventually, John comes up, and he is holding his shotgun. Old break action, 2 shots,
Mm-hmm.
and he's walking up and looking around for you. He yells, "Who's there? Come out! You attacked my boy!"
So I'll get up and just calmly walk forward and be like, "Hey, John, sorry.
He
Big
turns and points the gun at
misunderstanding."
you. Hold up!
Mm-hmm.
Sage?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing in my barn?
I just had a pretty crazy night and just needed some quiet.
He's kind of squinting his eyes at you.
Mm.
Sage, girl? Do me a favor. Step on closer forward so I can get a look at you.
I take a couple of steps forward.
So you do realize I mentioned that you have blood on you, and the kids don't have blood on them. And you have yet to wipe it off.
Yeah.
That was why I said, what do you do? You have yet to wipe off the blood. He brings up the gun and looks at you. Might bit of some blood on you, girl. You got red on you.
Yeah, you should
What?
have seen the guy that tried to jump me at the gas station.
I did see him. He's my boy.
No, different guy.
Oh, so you got a lot of explaining to do, girl. My boy came running and screaming with blood down his shirt. And
Yeah.
he said he was attacked.
I fell asleep and he just scared the living daylights out of me.
Yes, and you attacked him?
Not intentionally.
Not intentionally. He says you bit him, and judging by your chin, Sage, girl,
Yeah,
you helped me out a few times. But I don't want you on this property right now.
I know that. Could you at least give-
I'm not going to call the cops. But you just showed up and attacked my boy.
I understand that. Could you give me until dark?
No.
And I borrow a trench coat.
He kind of looks at you. I'll tell you what. We can go to the house and we can get some clothes for you. But you're going to take those bloody clothes with you. And I'm not going to lie to the cops for you.
Then I will not ask you to.
And so he kind of steps away from the stairs and with the gun still in his hand, kind of motions you towards the stairs down to the barn. We can go to the house and get you some clothes.
Is there a non-sunny spot that I can get over to the stairs?
To the
No.
stairs?
Okay.
Sure. You're going to be doing some really odd walking. You're not walking straight to the stairs. He's not going to like that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay. He's kind of watching. He keeps the shotty like firm in his grasp and not pointed directly at you, down a little bit, but he's definitely not lowering it. He's not lowering his guard.
Mm-hmm. And I've relaxed my posture. My hands are just kind of slightly raised.
Okay.
So, and I walk down the steps and am careful to stay in the darker spots.
Okay. He notices this. So you walk downstairs and you're getting closer to the front door of the barn.
Mm-hmm.
Big front doors, lots of lights. Sides are open because methane from the cows and everything.
Yeah. Um. Sage turns to him and goes, "Do you mind if I borrow a saddle blanket just to kind of act as a sun shield till we get to the house?"
He thinks for a second. Girl, yeah, your saddle's right over there.
Alright.
Saddle blanket, not that far from your horse. Guys, high or low? How bad do we want to make this on Sage? How bad do we want to make this?
Take it easy.
Make it easy.
Yeah. Let's take it easy on this one.
Okay. So Sage, if it's between 75 and 100, there's sun between you and the blanket. 1 to 75, there is no sun. There is no sun.
Cool.
I'm relieved.
So, Sage, you walk over and grab the blanket.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to cover you all.
I am aware of that.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Quiet, Ronan.
I'm not gonna say anything.
He's just watching you.
Yep. So I hold the blanket up over my head and just dash it to the front door and up onto the porch.
The second you take a step into the light, I need you to roll your 1 dice of fortitude.
Roll what?
You have, in your disciplines, you have fortitude. I need you to roll that. So a single d10. Sage,
Mm-hmm.
take 2 points of aggravated damage. Your leg almost bursts into flames, and you jump back into the darkness. So, do you see where it has under health, bruised, hurt, injured, wounded on that little area right there?
Uh-huh.
So, bruised becomes aggravated, which is the number sign, and hurt becomes aggravated, which is a number sign. Every roll until you heal that is 1 less dice. You cannot make it to the house. Your leg catches fire. You jump back and scream. It is an ungodly scream. Your fangs come out. Not only that, your hands elongate and form claws. Your nails grow out and become claws. The cows and the horses are all freaking out.
Well, that's interesting.
And about this time, I gotta find the damage. There's the damage chart. Shotgun, shotgun, shotgun. Boom. Ouch! Okay. The shotgun goes off in your back.
Lovely.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need you to roll your stamina and your fortitude. A total of 4. Oh, sorry, total of, 4. Oh, actually, the ones,
So 4 d10s.
Yep, 4 d10s. So you take 3 points of bludgeoning. Oh, 1 less d10 because you're wounded.
Ah,
So we're gonna drop the last one, okay?
okay.
Four points of non-lethal damage, of bludgeoning damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are hurting extremely bad. 1 more point of damage, you were incapacitated. Actually, I'll tell you what.
So he just shot her?
With the shotgun, point blank in the back.
Hmm.
By the way, a shotgun does 8 damage. 8 dice worth of damage. 8 dice worth of damage.
Yeah, it's time to play Scary Movie Barn, I guess.
Sage.
Once you're incapacitated, there's nothing any of the rest of us can do.
Yeah. Did I make it to a cow?
Things you can do. You can burn a single blood point per round and instantly heal a bludgeoning damage. So it is your turn.
Okay, yeah. I'll use a blood point.
Okay, you're no longer mauled, you're just wounded. Did you just extract your blood point yet?
Where do I take
Blood
that
pool.
from?
Blood pool. You have 7 right now, so click on the 6th X. There you go.
Ah, okay.
And remove the dash from mauled. It is still your turn. He is still pointing the gun at you. He already shot you once, and you're still standing.
Sage is gonna back up against the wall, try to put some space between them.
Okay.
I would. Can I suggest things, or because I'm not there, am I silent?
Sorry, I found the gun. I'll tell you what. Colton, you may.
All right. So, probably your most important thing here is breaking line of sight between you and the guy with the gun.
Mm-hmm.
If you can break line of sight, get around a corner, do anything, especially if you can get up in that loft, because that forces him into one path. There's one path for him to get up there, and then you can manipulate based on that. So if you can force him into that funnel, you can scary movie vampire the thing where you like pop out of somewhere and get him. You know, because at this point
Here's
there's
the
no.
problem. You haven't even tried to get him.
Mm-hmm.
We have established earlier with Tony that we are stronger and faster than humans.
You
Isn't
are
that-
not going to survive another shot.
Right. So that's hence the hiding. Break line of sight, take cover, make him do the whole, I know you're in here,
He
old
just
farmer
unloaded,
guy.
correct?
That is assuming he doesn't back out and call for help.
But is he? I mean, is he standing in sunlight right now?
No.
Oh. Did he fire both barrels?
No.
Act faster than he can.
It is your turn.
As-
I'm gonna try and get the gun away from him.
So you go up to him.
Mm-hmm.
Just straight to him. Okay. I want a strength and athletics roll for grappling.
Am I still down by 1 dice?
You are down by 2 dice. You're at wounded. -2. Once again, you are able to grab onto him. You have claws. You have your teeth out. And you grab onto him.
I'd rather not kill him. Damn it.
He's gonna roll to try to hit you. You ran straight at him. Didn't try dodging, didn't zigzag or anything. Ooh. Roll your stamina and fortitude, but with -2. So he actually just kind of grazes your side. It doesn't even slow you down. He shot both barrels of the shotgun. And you're grabbing onto him. by the way, he is no longer a contact for you. So remove that from your backgrounds.
You mean she can't call on him for help after this?
Primary backgrounds under advantages. Scroll down.
I thought this was a real bonding experience for the two of them. She's really showing him her true self.
Sage,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you right now, your options are extremely limited.
Yeah.
It is your turn.
Mhm. Can I drain him enough to just make him pass out?
Can you?
Yeah, I'll go all monster movie on him.
Like Splatter the Walls monster movie?
You have claws. By the way, that's what your protean does. You've now used both of your abilities under protean. It's a discipline you have with 2 dots in it. You've used both of your abilities now under that category. But yeah, you have claws, you have teeth, and he is there. What do you do? Bite and drink? Slash him with your claws? So here's another thing is, you are hurt. Not that close, not that far from death. And I will kill you. That roll right there, you see that 9d10? Now you see how many ones are in that? That's what saved you. That wasn't the DM. So what do you do, Sage?
I'll drain him.
So you actually go to bite down on his neck.
Yes.
I want a dexterity and brawl. Also, if you want, you can burn another blood point and heal another bashing. Because it is your turn again. On your turn, you may spend a blood point. So you can heal another bashing if you want it. Do you want to do that?
Yes, I'll do that.
Burn a blood point and remove the bludgeoning or bludgeoning or bashing from wounded. So now, I want your dex and brawl with only a -1 from the roll. Okay. For damage, I need you to roll 7 d10. You are not being gentle with him. You take your claws and actually grab him almost around the chest on his side and sink in your claws to make sure he can't get away. You bite and he screams. And you bite into him. You drain 1, 2. You're up to 4. He's still shaking in your arms. He's still awake. Do you keep going?
Yes.
5, 6, 7. He is limp in your arms. You keep drinking. You get a total of 8 blood points before there is no more blood.
Okay.
Keep in mind, your max is 11. So you only technically gain 6. If you want, technically you can heal that last injured and still be a full blood. Full.
Don't I have to wait until next turn to do that, though?
Combat's over. He's dead. And lose a humanity. Killing is one thing. He was kind of a friend. Did you lose a humanity already? Did you already? Did you reduce a humanity?
Yes, I did.
Like I said, one thing like killing the gangster or whatnot. Okay, you can justify that to yourself. He was a friend. So, Sage, here's the fun thing. I'm going to need you to start thinking about what you're going to do. His family is still inside the house. And there was 2 shots from the shotgun. And you're still in this barn.
Mm-hmm.
Ronan, you call over the girl, no problem. What do you tell her? What do you ask her?
Well, so the last time she and I had talked, I told her to keep her phone handy in case I needed to call again for a repeat. So whenever I call, I'm just gonna say, "Hey, it's Ronan. You want to come watch a movie again?" I would assume.
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Exactly.
Hey,
90s
since
blockbuster and chill.
we're all kind of underground people as it is.
Okay. So, are you literally inviting her over for movie? Are you inviting her over for movies like Netflix and chill?
No, I legit just want to drink her blood and get her the fuck out because it's been a crazy
I
fucking day.
meant, like, what are you telling
Like-
her? Are you literally just inviting her over to movies, or are you implying more?
No, so I believe the deal we worked out last time was that each time she came over, I would give her a discount on the cocaine. So I would just be implying that I'd be willing to give you a discount or even, a little bit for free if you were to come over. Like, hey, free hit on me sort of a situation.
Okay. So, okay, yeah. She's a druggie. She takes that no problem. So she knocks on the door and you invite her in, I assume?
Yep. Yeah, take a quick look out the people, of course, make sure it's her after the detective, but yeah, invite her in and sit her on the couch, go grab what's left of my stash at this point, because I'm sure I'm low.
Mm-hmm. That'd be a good
Both
thing to
of
worry
us.
about. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, offer her the hit, and I don't know how much, I don't know, I have no idea. I'll just drink, let me take a look. That's 5 blood points to heal an aggravated, correct? Sorry, was that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I was tabbed
You're
out and missed any shaking heads.
You're good. You didn't hear my head rattling? You know, my brain's kind of flopping around.
No. Fuck. I would like to, for sure. I guess I need to see how she reacts. I don't want to say how much I want to drink and it end up killing her, but without knowing.
Never mind, meth. I see. How much? Until she blacks out? Or do you want to try getting more full that way you start healing?
That's yeah. So I mean, my goal is to get 4 blood points out of her, because then if I heal the 5, I'm still at 4. So like, I'm hungry, but I'm okay. I'm not dead. But I don't want to take 4 out of her to the point that it kills her, and then I lose the relationship I've already cultivated.
So, in the final thing, how much are you going for? You
I'm
said
gonna go
10.
for 4, but I'm watching.
She passes out.
Okay, I'm done. Wherever that is that she passed out, I'm done.
Okay. So you have a passed out hooker on your couch.
That's nothing new. I'm gonna throw it in the bedroom.
Strong Tuesday.
Yeah, we call that Tuesdays around here.
Are we learning? What else do you do?
Yeah, I'm also as I'm laying her to bed, I'll lick the wound since she thinks this is a sexual thing anyway, and I'll just be Mr. Smooth as she goes to bed.
Are you cleaning up as well?
Of course.
Here we go.
I don't feel like there. I mean, other than myself, of course, and her, there's shouldn't be too much to clean up. I would imagine I'm getting pretty good at this by this point.
Yeah.
I think you should make him roll for how convincing his lick the wound is. To see if maybe he looks like that one guy from Terminator 2, you know, the one that licks Sarah Connor's face when she's unconscious. She's pretending to be unconscious. So it could be like super sexual, or it could just be like one guy just.
Okay.
There's nobody around to see it, just for us.
Okay.
How much was I able to get before she passed out? Was I able to get 4 out of her?
4.
Okay. And I can immediately use 5 to heal that?
You have to do an
Or do-
entire day of rest.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I'll just hold on to my extra
And you
4
haven't
then.
done anything yet, so technically you could spend the rest of the day resting. You spent all day resting so far. Basically, don't go anywhere tonight. And yeah, you can heal.
Well, we're waiting for 2 days anyway, so yeah, I'll go ahead and heal then.
Okay.
I'll go.
Colton, anything you need to do?
So after my phone call, I finished taking my rest, and then, if I remember right, I lose a blood point when I wake up.
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, Ronan, you lost.
Yeah, yep. I just immediately said
So,
okay, lower than I meant to be, but that's okay.
yeah, if it's nighttime, I want to feed the kids and, you know, get them, you know, all taken
So-
care of.
Couple things I need to mention real quick. Ronan, you're resting. You slept good. Get a willpower point back. Colton, what is your nature?
Caregiver.
Take a willpower point back, not for being arrested, because you continue to take care of the kids. You are
So-
dead fucking tired because the kids they aren't gonna let you fucking sleep.
So I have 2 dots and 2 X's.
Never mind, you get nothing back then because you're already currently full.
All right.
But yeah, so you're tired because they're fucking kids. They're not gonna let you sleep. So you don't get to sleep. You're crabby. But you are taking care of them. You have to be extremely careful around the house and whatnot. Like, they're not terrible because you work at night. They kind of know this, but they're also
Mhm.
usually at school. You're gonna walk in and the kitchen's a mess, and you're trying to so you can hear a loud noise, and they drop the bowl. And you're trying to something like that.
Yeah.
You're not sleeping
Um,
much.
All right. So aside from taking care of them, I don't know if there's anything you need for me to roll or anything throughout the day, but
If you do anything
uh,
special,
not really.
okay.
What I'm really worried about, and what I'm really concerned with, and maybe this contributes to my not getting sleep, is anxiety of this, is I know that I'm going to have to feed. I've only got 3 blood points.
You are extremely. At 2, you would probably feed on your kids.
Yeah. So I know
At
I know
1,
I
if
can-
you wake up with no blood, you don't wake up.
I can smell them all day, and just the thing that keeps me going is knowing that tonight's the night. As a Dexter reference, tonight's the night. I'm gonna go out and I have to feed.
Question: what have you been telling work?
I haven't.
Okay.
I've just
Sage.
been ignoring work altogether.
Need you to jump over to RPG room side room 1, please, Sage.
Goodbye.
In Discord.
What are we doing?
Go to Discord
So-
and click on RPG side room 1. I'll meet you down there. Guys, for music, let's go.
Have fun. Try not to die. We have the utmost faith in you. Murder the family if you must. They mean
And the
nothing.
cows.
They are cattle to you. Feed and heal.
No,
It's
I'm
great music.
looking for good music for you. That work for you guys?
Sure.
It'll play soon. Okay, Sage. Okay, Nelly, how you doing?
Pretty good.
You feeling okay with the role playing so far?
Definitely different.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of how the game is as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, as a DM in this game, I am to strip your humanity from you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we're at so far. So, you thought about what you're going to do?
Hmm?
You thought about what you're going to do? What Sage is going to do? I'm bringing you over here. That way it's just me and you role playing. Does that make you feel a little more comfortable?
Yeah. Is it still daytime or is it starting to get dark?
It is still daytime. 9, 8, 9 o'clock. The boy probably got there at dawn. So, an hour after dawn, maybe.
Mm.
Would you like some
And
help?
I use
Oh, go
Huh?
ahead. If you have an idea, go ahead. What do you got? I would be more than happy to help you. If you would like some help, just ask. You're one of the newer players. I don't mind helping.
and I are. Hmm. Is it safe to assume that there are tarps of some variety in this barn?
Sure. There's probably a tarp over the tractor. Sure, why not? Well, then again, if the tractor was inside the barn, it wouldn't need a tarp. So if there was a tarp, it'd be on the tractor outside. I can't think of any other reasons a tarp to be inside and not being used really in a barn. A shed, maybe. Like, do you agree with that?
Yeah,
Would you like a couple of hints that I would recommend doing?
sure.
So one, you remember the D&D rules when we first started playing? What rule number 2 was?
No.
Don't split the party. You went far out of town and you have no allies.
Mm-hmm.
No one that can help you. I wasn't going to stop you, but don't split the party. Because now you are alone with no help.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Second, you are a vampire. You're not going to play this passively. This isn't a pacifist run. You're going to kill people.
Mm-hmm.
And you're playing your characters fine, but you had no problem shooting that guy in the back. Yet you hesitate with this guy. Which is fine. Your character shouldn't get used to murdering. But you're fucked.
Oh yes, I am very well aware of that.
So here's my thought. Yell for help. You know this family. You know the wife's name. What do you yell? What could get her to come out? You have to get her out there and kill the entire family before they call the cops. Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I was gonna use a tarp and try to get to my car to get out.
Then what? You can't drive with the tarp over your head?
That's true.
And do you really want to drive off and run from the cops like that? They know your license plate. They know the car. And yeah, if you want to, fuck it, I'll give you a tarp. But once again, once you're in the car, how are you going to drive?
Did did he bring extra shotgun shells with him?
Yes, he did. So let's
How
say,
many?
let's give you 17. You grab his shotgun.
Uh-huh. Is there
It is a Remington 870 12 gauge shotgun.
is
Break
there a
action,
good
so it holds 2 shots at a time.
Is there a good vantage point from a window that's still shady that I can see the door to the house?
Yes and no. So you can walk around and see the door to the house. That's not a problem. But a good vantage point to shoot a shotgun without being in the light. Not until they get into the barn. I told,
What kind of
I told you I
damage?
was going to get you role playing more. I'm sorry if
Yeah.
you regret it. Don't split the party. Go back to town. Damn it.
Well, I tried to take them with me, but they weren't gonna have it. So
They have families.
yes. Um. What kind of vantage point do I have from up on the loft?
What are you trying to do?
Trying to find a good cover spot that still allows me a good crap. I can't think of the words.
Here's a problem.
Mhm.
If you plan on shooting them as they come to the barn, you're leaving dead bodies out where anybody can see, and you can't do shit about the dead bodies.
That's why I moved to the loft, because the entrance to the loft is typically further
Mhm.
into the barn.
Okay. But once again, right now, the wife is probably trying to call the cops. You got to get her and the family into that barn. Watching them run across the field or run across the yard to the barn doesn't do you much good. You can't shoot them, because if you shoot them, you can't shoot all of them with the shotgun with that quickly. They will see, and they will run for help, and you can't stop them. Not the shotty.
Okay. I am assuming to someone who doesn't know that vampires are a thing, that it would look like a wild animal killed the husband. Like that would be a logical explanation to someone who doesn't know.
Okay. Correct.
Okay, so let's see.
A few problems.
Mhm.
You let the sun get away. But yeah, it's possible.
Could I create enough of a diversion
I didn't know
distraction
what diversion what.
by letting the horses and cows out, making a big ruckus, and yelling that something attacked the farmer?
Suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Call for help. You yelling, something's here, something attacked. They are going to call for help. Put them on the spot and yell, come here, help us. Jonathan or Matt, whatever the fuck his name is hurt. Don't have to pull up the damn file, pull up the damn character sheet. It's Jonathan something.
John.
John Martin. Who is John Martin? That sounds way too familiar.
I don't know. It just came to mind.
Is it a TV show character? Anyway, they're trying to say if you yell that something's being attacked, they're not going to come help. Yell for help. something attacked John, bring bandages help. That puts their mind coming to help and not calling for help, not in danger.
Mm-hmm.
Agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. I think he's a football player. Okay. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
So here's the thing. You don't. It's up to you if you want to roleplay this out or not. He
No.
has the wife and 2 boys. So 3 people will be coming to the barn.
Mm-hmm.
What happens to those 3 people?
Well, I would probably end up hiding next to the door to try to cut off their exit.
Okay. Did you read that?
Yeah. I read it the first time.
It's backwards.
Uh-huh.
Did he? Is that what you do?
Yes.
You kill the entire family.
Yep. We're just gonna go full murder.
Okay. You kill the entire family. You are full on blood. Hell, if you want, you could probably spend the entire day resting and burn 5 blood points, heal 1 aggravated damage, and fill back up. Do you burn the bodies? You bury the bodies? You leave them?
I'll wait until dark
Okay.
and burn down the barn.
Okay.
Make sure a few of the livestock get out so it looks like they died trying to get the livestock out.
Okay. And the house?
I wasn't ever in the house, so I don't know how much evidence there would actually be. So I don't really see the need to do anything with the house.
Okay. You do so, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? By the way, you know, like fire. You do not want to be around that fucking bar when you set it on fire.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Anything else? It is nighttime. You're free to move around. What do you do? Also, I'm letting you off pretty easy here. You know that, right?
Yeah, uh-huh. Yes, and I appreciate it. Hmm. I move the bodies around so they're not just clustered at the door.
Oh no, you splattered them pretty well everywhere. Over here, over there, over there. You know. Part of the reason why you're burning everything down. Hopefully,
Yeah.
you have evidence. And hell, it's hay. It's gonna burn pretty nicely.
Uh-huh.
Congratulations, you got the highest kill count.
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Ooh. I told you before we even started this thing that I have no humanity.
Yet you didn't want to kill him. You said it several times. You can claim that all you want, girl. I'm not buying it. So what do? You head back to town? That way you're not
After
by
making-
yourself?
Yes. After I make sure the barn is on fire.
Okay, you're destroying evidence. Good.
And I clean up in the hose outside.
Okay, good. Took care of evidence. Get your car. It was out in the country. No cameras. No one even knew you were there. Crisis averted.
Huh?
Crisis averted. Dead bodies. And that may link you to a second arson.
Yeah.
You head back to the city, okay?
Yep.
Let's head back over to the main group.
And so, like I
Welcome
was saying,
back.
the thermodynamics, the laws of thermodynamics were as such. And that ends my TED Talk.
You are aware the Siren Bot records, right?
Oh, it
Good,
does.
so you can go listen to his TED Talk.
Yeah.
That's a complete lie.
Thermodynamics, man.
That's a complete lie. I had no fucking clue. Okay. So, we know that Ronan's gonna be rushing through all the night. And luckily, your sister doesn't come by and sees a fucking hooker in your bed again. She'd have questions. No, she wouldn't even ask. She's just gonna go fucking home on that one. She look at you and goes, I thought you had better taste, and fucking leave. So we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping it down a little bit. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ronan, you get a phone call. What's your boss's name?
Hold, please.
No,
Must check.
and this isn't from Happy.
No,
This is
no,
from your
I know.
boss.
I'm attempting to find that information.
Anyway, your boss calls you. Ronan.
Oh, I never
My
gave
boy.
him a name.
Ronan, my boy. My boy. You've missed some of your payments. I assume you've just been busy and forgot, and I can expect the payment relatively soon. Am I correct, my boy?
Yeah, boss. I'll be by in 2 nights.
No, 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 no. You're behind on your payments already, boy. I want my money. You took the product, you sell the product, and you bring me my money.
Got it, boss.
I'll tell you what. You can play with your hooker all you want tonight. I want my money tomorrow night.
That's a great plan. I will definitely come see you.
Good. And he hangs up. Do you notice anything? He mentioned the hooker.
Yeah,
He's
I was
watching.
kind of. Yeah.
Colton. You get a call from the school wondering why your kids haven't been at school. Not only that, you get a call from work wondering why you haven't been at work.
Did they also sound like The Godfather?
No.
No, where are
school-
your children?
Too much long. The school's like they really need to be in school, and they threaten family services.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to figure something out there.
And Sage,
Mm-hmm.
I give up. You know what you did. You know what you did.
Wait, we must know.
Is she alive?
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh,
She's a vampire.
Ah.
Oh,
Well,
is she
She's still unalive.
Yeah, and a higher kill count than both of you guys.
I mean, she already had us beat. That's not,
Yeah.
not saying anything.
7 now?
Oh, Jesus.
And that's
The
just human
masquerade's
beings, right?
going great.
And you guys haven't even begin to fucking break Titus out of jail.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
So,
Well, yeah, because we still got to meet Tony.
which is
Yeah.
tomorrow night, which I guess we're going to go ahead and fast forward to, and that's where we're going to start next session.
Do I go out that evening?
Do you?
Well, I did mention that I wanted to go out that evening and feed.
Okay, we'll role play that next time.
Okay.
Because you don't have a herd or anything like that. You have to find fresh meat.
Yep.
Okay, guys. So, end of the night, all of you get experience point for showing up, as usual.
All right.
Then let me find the experience section again. Ronan, how did you do tonight? Did you learn anything? Like, why do you deserve another point?
I feel like I handled the detective well, but I'm not sure how much that will matter.
I will give you that point. You handled him well, and you were completely off of his radar. Unless
Yeah.
someone else
Yeah, we got a bunch
mentions
of.
your name,
Yeah.
you're in the clear. I'll give you a
Yeah,
point
I
for
can
that.
already kind of guess. Colton.
This guy, I don't know him.
Okay. Anything else you can think of? I'll give you that one. You did good on the detective. You were completely off of his radar, and you fed. You're
Get to feed.
you're pretty solid so
Which-
far, buddy.
I will also need to feed again before we go to Tony's and attempt to get some more Coke with no money. It's gonna be
A
good.
cola. Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Coca-Cola. Yeah.
What
Some
is
of that
this? I ordered a
Pepsi
Pepsi.
shit.
Did you learn anything over tonight's events?
Still on me.
Yep, still on your run.
I learned more about my abilities, but I also looked in the book, so I'm not sure that that
I'm
should
not gonna
count.
give you that one because you looked in the book.
Yeah. Didn't
Like
realize we
you
weren't
know
supposed
enough.
to do
Like
that.
you've been playing around, trying enough of your abilities. Looking at the book's fine. You weren't supposed to, but you've been trying a lot and practicing. I'm not gonna. You know, trying to say you would know your ability decently well.
Gonna stop doing it still.
Thank you.
Did I learn anything else? Let's think. No. I mean, I learned a little bit about the detective, but not enough that I think it's going to
Okay.
influence.
Give a point. And why?
So if you had asked me this in the first half, the point was going to go to Sage for learning. But in the second half, I'm not so sure. I still am going to give it to Sage because she is still learning.
There you go.
Maybe she can carry it over to her new character.
She survived it. She did. She's not alive, but she survived. Okay, way to go, Sage. I agree with that. I think you're doing better. You're learning. Colton,
Sure.
why do you deserve a point?
Well, not to steal Ronan's thing there. I felt like I handled the detective pretty well, and I believe. Well, no, I won't say that because I don't want to spoil anything.
So,
But
a little,
I think
a little bit of fun. You were doing good. You collaborated with someone else's story. And you handled the detective well. You talked your way out of it. I'll give it to you. Point. Did you learn anything?
from my own experience, I didn't really do much. From a Colton's point of view,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I feel like even though our characters weren't there for it, I learned some things from being a spectator on Sage in the barn.
Sadly, this is Colton and not so much Sage. Or not so much
Right.
Meth.
Yeah. So Colton didn't learn much, no,
Okay.
or anything at all, because he just kind of like went home and took care of his responsibilities and knew that he had to feed.
Okay, you're doing good. So yeah, like you got a point for handling the detective well. You talked your way out of it. You're the only ones able to talk their way out of it so far. Didn't rely on disciplines. Didn't rat someone else out. Didn't get thrown in jail. So I believe you got 2 points total so far for showing up
Yes.
and the role playing, and you achieved your goal of. I'll tell you what, Ronan and Colton, you both achieved your goal of handling the detective. You both role played it well. I'm going to give you 2 points for handling the detective. 1 for succeeding, 1 for role playing.
So now I now have 3 instead of 2.
Yes. Colton,
Okay.
give a point.
Sage is the star of the evening.
There you go. I completely
That
agree.
is not a good thing.
I completely agree. Once again, you licked the wound. I am so proud of you for that.
I was so happy.
Even though that's one of the worst times ever. You are sending that poor boy some mixed signals there.
Lick the wound. I slap his ass.
Can the poor boy receive signals anymore?
No,
Probably not. No, not at
no,
all.
he cannot. Sage,
Mm-hmm.
why do you deserve a point?
I survived.
Okay. So
That is the hairiest situation that any of us have been in.
Besides Titus, which I have no fucking clue what I'm going to do with him, yes.
Oh, so I get the point?
You got the point for showing up. You got the point for success. So yeah. Did you learn anything? We've said it several times. What did you learn? What did your character learn?
Don't split the party.
There you go. Don't split the party is a good one. Don't run off by yourself.
Yeah.
You can't call on allies. Okay. I'm gonna give
Lick the wound.
There's a 4th point for you on top of the 2. So you are at 6 points this session. Ronan and Colton each give you a point, and you earned 4 from me. As they said, you were the star of the session.
So I earned how many points?
A total of 6. Now, Sage, give a point.
I'm gonna have to say Colton because he hasn't eaten his kids yet.
Keyword yet.
Okay, so as I said, Sage, next time we get to deal with you being linked to a second arson.
Yep.
Colton, no work, no school, child services. We get to deal with that next session.
Indeed.
Ronan, you owe some money. We get to deal with that next session.
So, has anyone seen the movie The Whole Nine Yards?
Yes.
So, at the end of the movie, the main character played by Matthew Perry, he's a dentist, and so he he's going to have Bruce Willis fake his death, and what he does that by basically taking this dead body and messing with his teeth, putting stuff where he needs to, taking away where he needs to take away, to make his dental look exactly like Bruce Willis's character. And then he sets him on fire in a car, like in the middle of nowhere. And they're like, oh yeah, we could only find the dental record, because all the rest of the body is charred up. But the dental records match this guy, so they effectively faked his death. We might want to try something like that.
Do you want to try something like that? To fake your death with your kids?
I mean, at some point, I do have to accept the fact that I can't be a vampire and a dad. Unless I also want to make them vampires. In which case, we're homeschooling.
Like most vampires don't like the whole turning kids into vampires.
Oh, I'm thinking of
There
what's her face.
there are kid vampires out there.
I'm thinking of what's her face.
And they're usually Malkavian. They're creepy as fuck.
What is her name? From Kirsten Dunst in Interview with the Vampire.
I haven't seen it.
They're creepy. Kid vampires are creepy as fuck. Maybe because they've lived so long, so their minds are almost adult. Almost. They're still not fully developed. So they had the tantrums. It's creepy as fuck.
Wait, Ronan, didn't you say one of your wife's favorite movies was Queen of the Damned?
Yes.
And you haven't watched Interview with the Vampire?
No. I guess I should,
I
judging
don't think
from that.
I've seen all of it.
Oh, it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Shall add it to the list.
Sage, have you seen it?
Nope.
Nope. Then you add it to the list too. Everybody has homework. Interview with the Vampire. If you haven't seen it, Queen of the Damned, because soundtrack kicks ass.
So you
And
sure you want to give the
maybe does.
DM more reference material?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
so
should
guys-
also watch Twilight for reference material.
No.
I would like to twinkle.
Sparkly.
You can, and the vampires will fucking hate you. Okay, guys. Thank you for playing. Thank you for showing up. You three are showing up every time. Thank you so much. You guys are a good core to the game. Anything else before we call tonight?
Nope.
Guys, still
Thanks
having
for
fun?
DMing.
Absolutely.
Be
Okay, guys. See you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
goodbye.